Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day today. So in today's video, as you will have seen by the title, we are going to be doing a full face of Drugstore cruelty-free makeup. I really wanted to play around with makeup today. I am self-isolating when and where I can. I do still have to go to work because I work in retail, so I have to go to work. I work at Wilco's, so they're not making our stores close. So when I'm not at work, I'm definitely self-isolating, don't want to go outside any times. But yeah, I really just wanted to play with some makeup today, and I decided, you know what? Let's do a cruelty-free makeup tutorial because I really just wanted to test out a full face of just cruelty-free because I have really been thinking about only using cruelty-free products. I want to use most of my collection up of like makeup, obviously. So I thought, you know what, before I go all in for cruelty free only, I'm gonna do a full face and see how I get on with it. So without further ado, let's put some makeup on this face and I shall see you guys in the next clip. I'm really hoping there's not a glare from the window. Every time I sit down to record, I don't see a glare in the actual recording, and then when I go back to edit there's a glare, so I'm really hoping that there's no glare because it's definitely better lighting this way. So I'm really hoping there's no glare, but if there is, I'm really sorry. The first thing in my makeup routine, as you guys know, is brows, and my actual go-to brow pomade, the Revolution brow pomade in the shade, what shade am I? Medium brown. Is actually cruelty free, so I use this on a daily basis anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and use this to fill in my brows. I'm then going to use some concealer to clean them up, and I'm actually using a new concealer I've not used before. So this is the Revolution Pro Full Coverage Camouflage Concealer in the shade C1. I've not used this before, so I thought I would try it out in this video, but I'm not going to film me doing my brows, it just takes too long. So I have a brow routine up if you want to go over and watch that. I'll link it in the eye if I remember, but I'm just going to quickly go and do my brows and then I shall be back. Okay, so brows are done, looking, I don't know what I did different with them, but they look different. I kind of like it. So I obviously use the Revolution pomade and the concealer. The concealer, my first impression of it is so full coverage and you really only need a little bit. I definitely went in with way too much. There's so much product on my eyes right now, so yeah, you don't need a lot. It's so full coverage though, and it looks gorgeous. I can't wait to use it under my eyes. I also forgot to mention that I did prime my face with the PS Prep and Perfect Matte Oil Free Mattifying Skin Primer. I just use this in my T-zone. It's the only cruelty free primer I have. As far as I'm aware, I did go through all of them. So that's what I used as my primer. So now I'm going to go in with foundation, and the foundation that I'm going to use is the Revolution Matte Base Pore Blowing Full Coverage Foundation. I really like this foundation. I haven't used it a ton, but when I have used it, I've really liked it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. I just realised I put this knitted loungewear stuff on because it's a little bit cooler today. It's not as warm today, so I'm a bit of a wimp and I like to be warm, so I put this on to stay warm, and it's a real pain in the ass to do makeup with this on because it moves around, it pulls up and stuff, so might have a bit of a struggle to do my foundation today. Guys, earlier I was trying to sort out my descriptions on my YouTube videos, and I don't know if you guys are aware because I don't think I've ever actually mentioned it before, but I actually leave links to all the products I use in the description in case you guys ever want to pick them up. I always leave links to them, and I was trying to leave links in my, because I've got I think I've got 4 videos in my saved to my YouTube but just privated for now because I managed to get a couple filmed and edited and they're all ready for you guys, so hopefully I can't fall behind. But yeah, I was trying to sort the descriptions out for them, and oh my god, so I was sat in a queue on the Boots website just to get on the website, and I was like, wait, what? Sat in a queue, what? Check the thing, like my space in the queue, and it said more than an hour waiting time. So I was like, do you know what, it's fine, I'll finish writing out the rest of my descriptions and then I'll come back to the website, and obviously it should be done by then. I'm just going to go over that foundation with my sponge now. I'm just going to use the Revolution Matte Fix setting spray to dampen the sponge, by the way. So I obviously did that, come back, it still said more than an hour and it wasn't changing, and I was like, what on earth, like I can't sit here for another hour just waiting, like I can't do it. So basically I tried again this morning, went downstairs, went to like sort Aurora out, gave her like her breakfast and whatnot, and then basically as she was eating her breakfast, I went on the Boots website and it said sat in a queue and it said 55 minutes, and I was like, do you know what, 55 minutes, at least I know it's less than an hour, I'll have it done. So I was like, I'll wait. So whilst I was waiting, me and Kane cleaned the kitchen, cleaned the living room, put all of our clean washing away, and then I come back down and checked the time, it said like 20 minutes left. So I was like, okay, cool. So I also had some breakfast, went and had some breakfast, come back, it jumped up to like 55 minutes again. I was like, are you joking? I did manage to get through to the website and sort my descriptions out, but it, no joke, took at least 2 hours to get on the website, and now I'm like low-key a little bit worried I'm not going to be able to do my descriptions on YouTube. Like I might have to leave links for certain stuff if I can't get on, because I obviously don't have enough time to just sit there. I obviously have to sit and play with Aurora a lot, like she's learning a lot at the minute, so obviously I'm not going to neglect her just to do a description, like it's just not going to happen. So yeah, coronavirus is even affecting me at home. I'm thinking there's a bit of a glare, I might have to move the camera angle a little, like there, hopefully the glare is not too bad there. I love this foundation. I'm trying to use up other, because that foundation's quite full, so I'm trying to use up other foundations that are like half full just to kind of get rid of them before they go off. So I haven't really used that foundation a ton, but I love it. Like every time I've used it, I've really liked it. I just like how it sits on my skin. Okay, so now that that's all blended in, I'm just going to put my brushes away. We're going to move on to concealer. So obviously I'm using the Revolution Pro Full Coverage Concealer, and I'm going to try and use not too much this time. So it comes in this like squeezy tube, which I'm not going to lie, I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm just going to do like 2 little dots and like wipe the rest off. And then I'm just going to go in with my smaller sponge, which already has some of the product on from when I did my eyes, and just blend this out. I wish it didn't come in a little squeezy tube. Like I've just started blending that out and it's just so, like it just goes so far. I'm not gonna lie, this does seem a little bit kind of oilier in consistency to my other concealers though, so I'm not sure how well it will hold up, but I hope it does hold up good because the like coverage of it is fantastic. So that concealer blends out so easily, like it's a joke. I love it. It does feel like it feels a little bit oilier under my skin. I can't feel it, but as I was applying it, it just felt a lot more oily. So I'm not sure how well it's actually going to hold up. I'm really hoping it holds up well because the coverage of it is spot on. So now we just need to set this face in place, and I'm using the Revolution Translucent Setting Powder. This is the Conceal and Fix Setting Powder. I'm sure that's what it's called. I have already done a review on this, and let's just say it wasn't the best. I do want to give it another go today. It is one of the only setting powders I have that is cruelty free, so we're going to give it another go. We're going to give it another chance. I'm going to just try and just shake it up a bit and get some of the powder out. Whoa, powder is flying everywhere already. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of how you actually get this powder out, like no joke, it is so messy. So just the usual baking under my eyes, and then I'm gonna use a brush today actually to set the rest of my face. I usually use my sponge, but I'm not gonna bother today because I don't know, There's just something about this powder that just puts me off, to be honest. So what are you guys doing to keep yourself busy during this time of self-isolation? Are you trying out any new hobbies? Are you getting all your housework done, doing some decorating? Me and Kane definitely want to get some decorating done. At the time I'm filming this, I've got 1 more week left at work, and then the Monday after is Kane's birthday, so I actually booked the week off because I did plan on going away, but that went to pot. But yeah, we really want to get some decorating done that week, so we're gonna have to pop out to the shops and then we can stay in that week and do some decorating. Hopefully get most of the house sorted. We have our bathroom done, our bedroom is mostly done. We just need to wallpaper that back wall and change the curtains and blind and just get some little ornaments, because we changed our colour scheme. We originally was going to have like purple and grey, but now we're having like a dark navy blue and grey. So we changed our colour scheme and completely screwed ourselves over, to be honest. But that's what we plan on doing, and I am obviously going to make sure I can film as many videos as I possibly can and get them edited. Whoa, that was a lot of powder. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I can film as many videos as possible and get them edited and just save them on my YouTube so that I have plenty backed up for when things go back to normal. But I would love to know what you guys are doing to keep yourself busy, because any hobbies that you guys can share with me would be fantastic, because I'm the kind of person where I constantly have to keep busy. I actually start to feel quite low, so yeah, I definitely have to keep busy. I'm kind of excited to have a week off though, because I'm not gonna lie, still going to work when everyone is like trying to stay home and stuff is not frustrating, it's just annoying, because I would prefer to obviously self-isolate as well, because obviously I don't want to spread it onto my own family if I was to get it, or even if I didn't get it and I was just like a carrier of it. I would hate to pass it on to my family just because like of work, because obviously your health is so much more important than work. Like, I don't care what no one says, I know you need money to go on, but what's the point in having money if you're not here? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know how, it's so deep to talk about, but it's horrible to even think about. So let me just say this now, if you guys have any video ideas that you want me to film, please let me know, because I am trying to bulk film a lot of videos in that week off that I have. So if you have any video ideas, it would be a massive help to send them over to me. Do you know what, that powder has actually set my face pretty nicely, to be fair. It's quite nice for all over my face, but I can tell underneath my eyes where it's baking. I need to wipe it off because I don't think it's going to sit quite well under there now. I can kind of tell. So let's wipe this bake off and see what we're dealing with. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yeah, definitely that powder is fine for setting your face, but baking with it is a no-no. I really don't want to start again. Like, I just don't have the time to start my makeup again. Oh, it's such a shame, because it honestly has set the rest of my face so nicely. I never have this problem with setting powders, and it's translucent, so it really shouldn't be leaving that like white cast there. I feel like I got most of it off. I feel like we might get away with that. I'm just hoping that like blush and bronzer and stuff is going to sit okay. It's such a shame because the powder does set your face quite nice. But yeah, baking with it is just a no-go. And I actually prefer loose powders for baking, so I prefer pressed powders for just setting the rest of my face. That powder is definitely just a setting powder. You should not bake with it. I feel like I sorted most of it though. It's definitely looking a bit funny over here, but hopefully once we've got the rest of our makeup on, it will sit on top of it nicely. But that's the point of doing these videos for you guys, so you guys don't have to go out the house looking like this. So now I'm going to move on to eyeshadow, and the eyeshadow palette that I've chosen out is the Maxanexka. I'm sure I'm saying that right, but if I am saying it wrong, I really do apologise. This is the Beauty Legacy palette by Revolution. I know there is a lot of Revolution in this video. Honestly, I haven't brought anything new to do this video because I'm trying not to buy makeup. If I was buying stuff, I would have tried to reach out to a few different brands, so that I had like a few different products, you know what I mean, like by different brands. But obviously I had to use what I already had in, and most of my collection of cruelty-free products were Revolution, so that's why a lot of this video is Revolution. I'm really sorry that there's not like a variety of brands, but this is what the palette looks like. Honestly stunning. I honestly haven't used it too much, but I loved it the first couple times I used it. So we're gonna give this another go again today and just do something nice and easy, I think. So the first shade I'm gonna go in with is gonna be Smoke, which I've not actually used before. I'm just going to take that on a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm just working this on the outer corner. I'm going to tap quite a lot of that off. I feel like it's getting so dark now. I'm hoping you guys can still see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Ash on a slightly bigger fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend it out. There's my little alarm friend again. After I film this video, I'm going to wash my makeup brushes, and I honestly can't wait because all my eyeshadow brushes at the minute are like used. I was going to say dirty. They're not dirty, they're just used. So I don't have my go-to brushes to do my eyeshadow, which sucks. So I can't wait to wash them after I film this video. But there was no point in washing them before because I was only going to get more dirty. I prefer to have all of my brushes clean and ready to use when I wash them, so that's why I waited till after I filmed this video. Not that it matters to you guys, but here I go rambling, and then you end up looking a little something like this. I'm just going to go ahead and do this on this eye, and then I'll be back to add a shimmer to the lid. So I tried to make the room a little bit lighter, but my lights do nothing, and I'm loving how this is looking right now. I definitely need to use this palette more. This is a lot more like dark and more neutral toned than what I usually go for, but I'm loving how it's looking so far. So the next shade I'm going to go in with, oh, she's a spicy one. She is Orchid. I've been waiting to try this shade for so long, and I definitely want to give it a go today. So let's pack this on the brush. Oh my god. See, it looks quite blue and like kind of purpley in the pan, and then when you have it on your brush, it's definitely stronger in the purple tone. So let's just see what this is going to look like. I'm just going to use a setting spray just because I want the pigment to pop. And I do feel like it might just need a little bit of help, so. Okay, that shade is stunning. It definitely is going to take a little bit of building up, or maybe you'd have to put it down on a wet base, like do like a cut crease. But the actual colour is beautiful. Like, what? Look at that shade. I had to check I was recording then because I wasn't sure if I was. I'd have been so mad. That is honestly stunning, like just stunning. I really don't know what to say. I definitely do not have a shade like this in my collection, period. Okay, so I went ahead and finished off my eyes. I also did a little bit of lower lash eyeshadow. I just used the shade Ash, although to be honest now I feel like my eyes look like I've been punched in the eye, so love that for me. But love this palette, love that shade. Like, it's like a blue purple duochrome kind of shade. I'm obsessed. I love it. Definitely not something I would wear all the time, but I do think it looks super cute, and I'm definitely going to use this palette more. I really like it. So on to the next step of our routine. Oh, I'm actually using this palette up next. So in this palette, I'm going to use the shades the Grand Tan and Love's Hue, the bronzer and the blusher shade. Oh, by the way, that duochrome shade actually had some fallout down my face, just to let you guys know. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but the wind is so strong outside right now. I'm such a big fan of this contour shade. I haven't used it since the video where I first tested it, to be honest, but obviously this is now the second time I've used it, and I just think it looks so nice. Like, for a contour, it's really nice. God, look at my hair right now. I look so cute. So when I was at work the other day, I had to stand on the door like a bouncer and we were only allowed 10 customers in the store at all times. So obviously I could only let so many people in and this, that and the other. And at first I thought it was going to be so boring, but it actually turned out to be a lot of fun. I just ended up standing like having a laugh with people and whatnot. It was really a really nice change to my usual shift. It was quite nice, to be honest. And obviously I felt less at risk because usually I'm on the till, so obviously handling money and stuff. So it was nice to kind of not have that risk and be outside. Like, it honestly, it was one of the best shifts I've had at my workplace for a long time. I really enjoyed myself. I know it's going to sound bizarre, and this was a really random thing to talk about. Like, it came from nowhere. Okay, so that's bronzer done. I'm just gonna try and put this headband in again. Do it like that this time. I love looking like a child. So now I'm going to go in with Love's Hue, the blusher, and I'm really going to be careful with this because we've had a few occasions with this. So I know how it works best now. It works best to go in with a small amount and build up so that it doesn't stick and not blend out. I'm so glad I have this palette. I definitely need to use it more. I just kind of forget about it sometimes, which is a shame because it is so nice. Like, I just have so much makeup in my collection that I just, and I'm not trying to brag, like, I'm not saying I have the biggest, like, most crazy makeup collection in the world. Like, I know I don't, but like, I do have a lot of makeup, like too much to put on one face, do you know what I mean? So I kind of like filming these videos because it gives me a chance to use products that I don't use all the time, because obviously you have your go-to products, but if I was to film with the same few products in every video, it would be so boring, you know? Like, so I like filming YouTube videos because it gives me a chance to actually use all of my stuff. So now we're going to move on to highlight, and the highlight I'm using is the Living My Best Light by Beauty Bay. This is the, I think this is the palette Delicate. I think that's what it's called. I think that's the name of the palette. So I'm just going to go in with the shade Precious in the corner. Again, I definitely need to use this more because I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. But that is blinding. Love that highlight for me. Do you know what I am? And then in the inner corner, I'm going to use the shade Graceful Glow. It's like a duochrome kind of pink. I think it will go with the purple kind of nice, the purpley blue duochrome we have going on. Okay, so it's definitely something different for me, but I like it. I love this palette. I don't use it very often, and honestly, I don't really know why. I think it's because the actual feel of the shades when you put your brush in is weird because they're quite bouncy, like mousse. It doesn't feel like a powder. So we're almost done now. Not very much to do at all. So now I'm just gonna set my brows down in place. I can't bake under my contour today because the powder is just gonna sit weird and I don't want to ruin any more of my face. Like, under my eyes looks awful right now, but we're just gonna ignore that. So the brow gel that I'm going to use is the Primark Clear Brow Gel. I am trying to use this up just because it's not one of them that I use all the time, but it's not bad by any means. It's just not the best I've ever used. So I am trying to use this up, but that's what we're using today. This is actually one of the only brow gels I have that is cruelty free as well, by the way. And now I'm just going to set my face. So I'm just going to use the Hyaluronic Fix setting spray from Revolution. There's so much Revolution in this video. It's basically almost a full face. I'm sorry there's not like different brands in here. I honestly did try, but most of my collection just was Revolution cruelty free. So I'm sorry. If I ever do one of these videos again, I'll definitely buy different brands. But obviously I am trying to use up products at the minute and not buy them, so that's why. I'm really sorry, guys. Okay, and now I'm just going to go ahead and use a lipstick. Now this lipstick shade honestly probably isn't the best for these eyes. Like, it's going to be such a contrast. I wish I had a nude shade that was cruelty free, but I honestly don't think I do. So the lip shade that I'm going to go in with is, I have no idea, but it's a Primark Lip Lacquer. It's a very like pinky, like off reddish kind of shade, so I'm going to use this. It's going to be such a contrast to the eyes, but I probably should have thought about that before I decided to use the duochrome purple shade. Okay, and those are the lips. Honestly, not my best lip application I've ever done, but yeah. And honestly, with these eyes, I'm not a fan of that lip shade. It is such a massive contrast, but it's all I have to work with. And now I just need to do mascara, but I'm actually going to jump off camera and do that because I do not have a cruelty-free mascara. So I'm not even going to bother filming that bit, but I'm just going to quickly do some mascara and then I'll be back to finish the video. So this is the end result, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I have a mirror next to me here, so I'm just going to use this. I am honestly really happy with almost everything I used today. Literally the only thing that I'm really just not a fan of is this Revolution setting powder. I just don't like it. To be fair, today setting the rest of my face was fine. I'll never ever use it for baking. I might start trying to use it to set the rest of my face because it did do a pretty good job there. But yeah, not the biggest fan of this. This is the only thing I cannot really recommend. But everything else I really don't have a problem with. Love the eyes, love the contour, love the blush, highlight, stunning. Brows I use all the time anyway. Literally everything went well. So will I be converted into using completely cruelty-free makeup? Definitely, I'm gonna give it a go. I definitely want to use up most of my makeup collection by the end of the year. Obviously, you have expiry dates anyway, so it needs to get used up. But then when I do go to buy new makeup, I'm definitely going to start checking if stuff is cruelty-free, because honestly, most stuff is. Like, you would be surprised how much stuff is cruelty-free anyway. Like, I was going through my makeup collection and obviously most of my Revolution stuff is cruelty-free. My beauty-based stuff is cruelty-free. Primark stuff, cruelty-free. I have Jeffree Star palettes, they're all cruelty-free. So honestly, most of my makeup collection was already cruelty-free anyway, with a few exceptions. Like obviously mascara, I didn't have one. Lipsticks, I only had one lipstick that was cruelty-free, which is why we have this shade going on. But yeah, I genuinely want to give it a go. So next year, I think I'm definitely going to try to only have a cruelty-free makeup collection, because I genuinely don't see the need to test on animals. I don't agree with it. So I'm definitely going to use all of that stuff up by the end of the year, and I'm definitely going to be looking out for cruelty-free makeup. And if you have any brands that do cruelty-free makeup that you guys want me to test out, then please let me know. And when I get around to being able to buy stuff again, I will be, and I'll be filling up my collection again. But this is the end of the video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that it was helpful for you if you only use cruelty-free makeup. Let me know what your favorite product I used today was. I would love to know. Let me know what you guys are doing whilst you're staying in self-isolation. Let me know what videos you guys want to see, because I want to keep you guys as busy as possible. But that is it from me. Thank you for joining me till the end of this video. I really appreciate it, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe as well. Bye. I always forget to say that.